Hello, and welcome to Learning English Through Questions. This is an episode from our series called Getting to Know Each Other. In this series, we focus on asking one question at a time. This helps you learn new words and also get to know yourself a little better. Today's question is, are you good at telling jokes? Let's think about this. What does it mean to be good at telling jokes? It means you can make people laugh. You have a good sense of humor. You know how to deliver a punchline. A punchline is the funny part of a joke, the part that makes everyone laugh. So, are you good at telling jokes? Some people are natural comedians. They can walk into a room and immediately start making people laugh. They have a quick wit. Quick wit means they can think of funny things to say very fast. They might be good at improvising. Improvising means creating something, like a joke or a funny story, on the spot, without planning it. Others might not be so natural. Maybe you know a lot of jokes, but when you try to tell them, they don't land well. A joke that doesn't land well means it's not funny or people don't laugh. This can happen for many reasons. Maybe you forgot the punchline, or perhaps your timing is off. Timing is very important in comedy. It's about when you pause, when you deliver the funny part, and how quickly or slowly you speak. Think about your personality. Are you an outgoing person? An outgoing person is someone who is energetic and enjoys being with other people. If you are outgoing, you might feel more comfortable telling jokes in front of a group. Or are you more of an introverted person? An introverted person is someone who prefers quiet or solitary activities and feels drained by spending too much time with others. If you are introverted, you might feel shy about telling jokes, especially to strangers. But that doesn't mean you can't be good at it. You might be a great listener, and sometimes the best audience members are the ones who appreciate a good joke when they hear it. What about your sense of humor? Do you enjoy silly jokes, or do you prefer clever wordplay? Wordplay is using words in a funny or clever way, often with double meanings. Some people love puns. Puns are a type of wordplay that uses words that sound alike but have different meanings. For example, why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. That's a pun. Make up can mean to invent something, or it can mean to form something. Atoms form everything. Do you find that kind of humor funny? Or do you prefer observational humor? Observational humor is when a comedian talks about everyday life and the funny things they notice. For example, noticing how strange it is that we say, break a leg to wish someone good luck, especially before a performance. Let's consider the process of telling a joke. First, you need to choose the right joke for the situation and the audience. You wouldn't tell a very rude joke at a family gathering, for example. Then, you need to remember the joke accurately. You need to practice it a little, maybe to yourself. When you tell it, you need to set the scene, build a little anticipation, and then deliver the punchline. Maybe you think you are not good at telling jokes, but you are excellent at understanding them. You can appreciate a well-told joke. You laugh at the right moments, and you can explain why a joke is funny to others. That's also a valuable skill. Perhaps you are good at telling jokes, but only to certain people. You might be hilarious with your close friends, but feel awkward telling jokes to colleagues at work. That's perfectly normal. We all have different comfort levels in different social settings. What if you want to get better at telling jokes? You can start small. Tell jokes to 1 or 2 friends. Listen to comedians and observe their techniques. Pay attention to their pauses, their facial expressions, and how they interact with the audience. You can also read joke books or websites to expand your repertoire. Repertoire means the collection of jokes or stories you know. Sometimes, even if you don't tell jokes well, you might be good at making people laugh in other ways. Maybe you are good at making funny faces, or you have a funny laugh, or you tell funny stories about your own experiences. These are all forms of humor. So let's go back to the question. Are you good at telling jokes? Take some time to reflect. Are you confident when you tell jokes? Do people usually laugh when you tell them? Do you enjoy the process of telling jokes? Or do you find it stressful? It's okay if the answer is no. Not everyone needs to be a comedian, but it's interesting to think about why we are the way we are. Maybe you are a great listener, and that's a wonderful quality. Perhaps you are witty in conversations, even if you don't tell formal jokes. Being good at telling jokes involves more than just knowing the words. It's about connection, timing, and understanding your audience. It's about sharing a moment of lightheartedness. So, for our listeners, think about your own experience. Have you ever told a joke that was a huge success? Or one that was a complete disaster? What did you learn from it? Maybe you are someone who prefers to be the audience. You enjoy listening to others and sharing in their laughter. There is no right or wrong answer here. The goal is self-discovery. Consider this. If you were to tell a joke right now, what kind of joke would it be? A knock-knock joke? A riddle? A short anecdote? An anecdote is a short, amusing, or interesting story about a real incident or person. Think about your friends. Who is the funniest person you know? What makes them so good at telling jokes? Is it their delivery, their choice of jokes, their personality? This question is designed to make you think about your social interactions, your sense of humor, and your comfort level with performing, even in a small way. Perhaps you are someone who uses humor to cope with difficult situations. That's a very powerful use of humor. It can lighten the mood and help people feel better. Or maybe you are very serious and don't often engage in telling jokes. That's also a valid part of who you are. It doesn't mean you don't appreciate humor, just that you might express it differently, or perhaps you prefer to observe it. Let's summarize some of the vocabulary we've used today. Punchline, the funny part of a joke. Quick wit, the ability to think of funny things to say very fast. Improvising, creating something, like a joke, on the spot. A joke that doesn't land well. A joke that is not funny or people don't laugh. Timing, the skill of pausing and delivering a joke at the right moment. Outgoing person. Someone energetic and enjoys being with other people. Introverted person. Someone who prefers quiet or solitary activities and feels drained by spending too much time with others. Sense of humor. The ability to appreciate and express what is funny. Wordplay. Using words in a funny or clever way, often with double meanings. Puns. A type of wordplay that uses words that sound alike but have different meanings. Observational humor. Jokes about everyday life and the funny things people notice. Repertoire. A collection of jokes or stories that someone knows. Anecdote. A short, amusing, or interesting story about a real incident or person. So take a moment to answer this question for yourself. Are you good at telling jokes? Whatever your answer, we hope this episode has given you something to think about and perhaps learn a new word or two. Join us next time for another episode of Getting to Know Each Other from Learning English Through Questions, where we ask one question at a time to help you learn and grow. Goodbye for now.